Hey everyone, Joe Lentini here. This bill brings sweeping changes to the federal student loan system, including new borrowing limits, repayment structures, and program accountability rules. Special repayment provisions for existing Parent Plus loans. The final version of the bill still imposes special restrictions on Parent Plus loans, old and new, but is less strict than previous proposals. Here are important details for Parent Plus loans, PPLs distributed before July 1st, 2026. Borrowers with existing PPLs will need to consolidate to preserve access to IDR and PSLF. Consolidation must be completed by June 30th, 2026. Enroll in an IDR plan. ICR for single consolidation, repaid Parent Plus loan. IBR plan for double consolidation, removes Parent Plus loan. Borrowers can then enter the amended IBR plan, which continues under the new law for those with loans issued before the 2026 cutoff. Those who fail to consolidate before July 1st, 2026 will forfeit access to IDR plans. Important note: for those borrowing Parent Plus loans before and after July 1st, 2026, any new PPLs taken out after the cutoff will exclude all loans in the portfolio from accessing IDR plans. Public Service Loan Forgiveness, PSLF. Earlier proposals aim to restrict medical and dental residents from obtaining PSLF credit during residency. This language has been struck from the final bill. Although not renamed explicitly, provisions in the RAP and transition language appear to preserve PSLF-eligible payment types under RAP and other plans while adding flexibility for borrowers transitioning out of ICR into RAP-IBR. Accountability for schools. 1. Ineligibility for low-earning programs. Institutions cannot use federal funds for programs that have median graduate earnings below that of a typical working adult with only a high school diploma or bachelor's degree, depending on level. Earnings are tracked 4 years post-completion for at least 2 of the prior 3 years. Includes programs at the undergrad, grad, and professional level. Applies state or nationwide earnings comparisons depending on where students reside. 2. Small program rule. If less 30 completers in a cohort, DOE may combine additional years or similar programs to reach a minimum sample size. 3. Appeals process. Institutions can appeal earnings determinations before funding is pulled. Students must be notified if a program fails in 1 year and is at risk of losing eligibility. 4. Regaining eligibility. Institutions can apply to reinstate programs after a 2-year ineligibility period. Other notable provisions. 1. Borrower defense to repayment. Delays implementation of 2022 rules until at least July 1st, 2035, and reverts to 2020 rules, which had higher burden of proof, individual not group-based claims, limited scope of eligible misconduct. 2. Closed school discharges. Delays 2022 rules and reinstates pre-2022 standards through July 4th, 2035. Removes automatic discharge. Requires proactive borrower applications. 3. Limitations on executive regulatory action. Department of Education cannot issue regulations or executive actions increasing the cost of loan programs by more than $100 million under Federal Credit Reform Act calculations, intended to curb unilateral expansion of forgiveness or IDR benefits without congressional approval. 4. Loan rehabilitation, deferment, and forbearance. New loans issued post-July 1st, 2026 will be ineligible for some legacy rehab programs, must be managed via RAP or standard repayment plans, existing rehabilitation pathways preserved for loans issued before the cutoff date. Deferments and forbearances will not be allowed for loans issued on or after July 1st, 2027. As always, we're here to help you navigate these new rules and make the most of your tax situation. If you have questions or want to discuss your personal circumstances, please contact our office. We're committed to helping you thrive under the new tax law. If you'd like to schedule a tax planning phone appointment to discuss the impact on you and your family, our special summer rate of $75 for a 30-minute consultation, which is 50% off our regular rate if scheduled between now and September 15th. Then the rate through October increases to $125 for a 30-minute consultation, and finally the full-time rate of $150 will kick in after October. We're here to help you and would love to discuss how we can help you make the most of these new tax laws.